There is a lot I want to say about this subject, about the 2021 Academy Award nominations, but I'm going to try and keep it short as possible because if I were able to say everything that I wanted to say about the 2021 Academy Award nominations, I would be sitting right here for hours. So I'm going to keep it short as possible, and here we go. So the 2021 Academy Awards have finally given out their nominations, and I have read the Best Picture nominees and everything, and I have no idea who's going to win, what's going to win, and which is going to win because I have neither seen nor even heard of any of these movies. And judging by their box office numbers, yes, I have looked that up, neither has anybody else. I mean, these movies cost like $8 million to $5 million to make, and the biggest numbers they can get is possibly 300 to 21,000. In other words, it looks like just the actors and the filmmakers were the only ones that saw these movies. So in reality, nobody has ever really seen these movies. But another point that I have to make it out there, I think to myself, what is the point? I mean, I've seen the list of rules that they need for a Best Picture winner and everything, and it makes me think to myself, why would I want to watch a bunch of movies that tells me that I'm a piece of crap just because I'm a male or that I'm a white man? I mean, I've seen movies like that before, like 12 Years a Slave, but 12 Years a Slave did it right. It was in a time period where black people were being held as slaves. You're not supposed to like these white people. They were terrible people, the way they treated these black people. And I am really glad that that time period is over and done with, and we don't have to worry about slavery anymore. But it's like Hollywood now is trying to push this narrative, this woke narrative of how white men are always bad and women are always victims for some reason, and that minorities like Mexicans, blacks, Asians, all that such, do not get the higher things in life, which makes absolutely no sense to me. I always believe that success in life are for the ones that work the hardest to get it. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what culture you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. You work hard to get to that position. And they're trying to stoke this narrative that white men do not want that to ever happen. It's a complete weird world. But the thing is, they keep talking about it, so they can talk the talk, but can they walk the walk? No, they cannot. They talk. I completely forgot about the Golden Globes that happened this year, and by the few clips that I have seen so far, I am really glad I missed it, because it looked like a bunch of 60-year-old men complaining about how bad it is to be a white man and how horrendous the world is and whatnot. Well, I got news for you. The world sucks. The best thing you can do is either work on it to make it better or get used to it. But the thing is, the easiest thing is to work on it to make the world better, but you never do that. You're just talking nonsense to a camera. How many times are they going to push this narrative? How many times are they going to say this in front of a camera? How much the world sucks and white men are terrible and everything is completely racist and whatnot. What are you going to do about it? If it is like this, why not do something about it? Make it better. But you never do. I mean, it's like saying that there's a lot of homeless people in our city. There's a lot of hunger in our city and everything. We need to do something about it. Yet you could sit up there in your mansions in Beverly Hills while there's hundreds, maybe thousands of homeless people living in the city of Los Angeles due to the lockdowns of COVID-19. So in other words, you're speaking to us on a camera, but your actions should speak different than words. And not to mention, do not do this because I find it's completely nerve-wracking. Do not film yourself going out there helping out all these people and whatnot, because in correction, it may look like that you're helping minorities, helping the homeless, helping people who are suffering and everything. But in reality, you have a camera on yourself and you're just doing it for yourself. You're just going out there saying, hey, I'm doing this for the homeless. I'm doing this for minorities. I obviously care. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you say that, what happens when the camera is off? And I guarantee you I'm not going to say 100%, let's just say 85 to 75%. Once when the camera is off, they're just going to walk away back to the trailers. They don't even care about those people that they were just helping on camera. That's really how I see Hollywood now. this is, I made a video a couple of months ago saying that I am done with Hollywood, and when I say done, I literally mean it. They feel like they are far gone now. They are so far down this rabbit hole of woke culture that it's going to be it's very difficult to climb out at this point. And it looks like they don't even want to. They just want to keep on digging this hole. These new rules that they keep on placing in there just make it sound worse and worse and worse. And most of the fans are out there are saying, stop this. This is not fun anymore. We're some of us may be getting the point, but at this point, it just sounds like you're hypocrites and it sounds like you are liars. And the more that the fans say that, the more Hollywood just yells at the fans. And I'm thinking to myself, that's nice for Hollywood to do that to people who pay their paychecks. So in other words, Hollywood is going downhill and they do not care. All they care about is this political message that they want to keep pushing forward. It's got nothing to do with quality anymore. It's got nothing to do with storytelling. It's got nothing to do with talent. It's got nothing to do with writing. It's got nothing to do with directing. And it's got nothing to do with trying to make the world a better place. Movies are supposed to be something that help us escape the real world just for a few hours and enjoy a story, enjoy a plot line, maybe even give some messages about life choices. It's not about that anymore. They just want to continue pushing this message in hopes that everyone is soon going to believe it and they're just going to turn on one another and everything. I remember back in 2016, I'm just going to bring this up right now, when the 2016 Ghostbusters movie happened and everything, all these critics said, actually, the movie was not as bad as we thought it was. It was pretty funny in some parts. These girls were pretty funny. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm always going to love the original. I'm just going to walk in this with an open mind, and if I like it, I like it. It will not change my opinion of the original. This is just how it is. And when I walked in there, the place was dead silent. I was dead silent. The crowd was. The entire crowd looked like the audience that was watching Springtime for Hitler in the movie The Producers. So in other words, the critics have lied, the actors have lied. I can't believe anything that they say anymore. It's gotten to the point where all of us are scratching our heads and thinking, how long are you going to keep up this narrative? Seriously, you've changed the rules, you've changed the awards, and you've changed the movies, and you're saying this is the next way forward. How long are you going to keep this up? Because right now, you're just losing money, you're just losing audiences. How long are you going to keep this up? And frankly, I don't think we're ever going to get that answer. It just looks like that they are gone now, and it is heartbreaking. It is sad. I enjoy filmmaking myself, but I cannot go to Hollywood right now or right ever because I feel like I'll never be welcome there. So I'm just going to stick to who I am, and I'm going to stick to YouTube for a while because I find it a whole lot of fun. So guys, the 2021 Academy Award nominations. I have said what I needed to say, and now I let you guys decide in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.